You got his Lordship in the building. Straight R&B. More soul for your soul. Yes, we're going to kick it tonight. This is strictly for the grown folks, the adults. The Warriors were spotted in Central Park. They just killed our great leader. They were heading north. Good luck, brothers. What's up? Yeah. You know, I got books laying all around me. Matter of fact, I just misplaced a book. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go, right here. The Book of 1,000 Questions. Yes. First in the building. That's what I'm talking about. It's always good to be first. You feel me? But sometimes it's okay to be fashionably late. So, let me change Bluetooth headsets and change the mode. You know, I tried to go live earlier, but I experienced some technical difficulties beyond my control. Had to make some moves, and I had to shut it down like the show never existed, like it never happened. And I was on the road too. I just seen that one of my YouTube partners had just ended their show. And so I said, hey, it'd be a good time to try to start the show again. Wow, that's how good this mic is. It's like a 7-Up commercial. But welcome Evelyn Underwood in the building. If I only got one person or whatever, it is all good. Let me see something. Evelyn. On a busy street, you are approached apologetically by a well-dressed stranger who asks for $1 to catch the bus and make a phone call. He says he has lost his wallet. What would you do? If approached in the same way by a haggard-looking stranger claiming to be hungry and unable to find a job, what would you do? That's deep. That is deep. She says, if you can help one person, it's better the is better than 1,000 souls. What's up, God bless? Now this time I am not going to look over you. God bless is in the building. If by sacrificing your life you could contribute so much to the world that you would be honored in all nations, would you be willing to do so? If so, would you make the same sacrifice knowing that someone you fairly dislike will receive the honor while you went unrecognized? That's an interesting question. You'll be recognized in all nations. Would you be willing to do so? If so, would you make the same sacrifice knowing that someone you fairly dislike would receive the honor while you went unrecognized? Now, knowing you had a 50% chance of winning and would be paid 10 times the amount of your bet if you won, what fraction of what you now own would you be willing to wager? I would say 50% myself. You know you will die. You know you will die in a incredible. You would die of an incredible disease within 3 months. Would you allow yourself to be frozen within the week if you knew it would give you a modest chance of being revived in 1,000 years and living a greatly extended life? So, if you knew you was dying of an incredible disease within 3 months, would you allow yourself to be frozen within a week if you knew it would give you a modest chance of being revived in 1,000 years and living a greatly extended life? I say yes, myself. Right on, sister. Right on. Right on. Sometimes these questions are difficult. You know, what do you most strive for in your life? Accomplishment, security, love, power, excitement, knowledge, or something else? You are driving late night in a safe but deserted neighborhood when a dog suddenly darts out in front of your car. Though you slam on the brakes, you hit the animal. Would you stop and see how injured the animal was? If you did so and found that the dog was dead but had a name tag, would you contact the owner? I would. I just wanted to throw that at you. I'm gonna tuck this book away for later, for another show, another time. I'm rarely at the home office or the home studio, so when I'm at the home studio, I'm surrounded by books. I have another book on spirituality. There's a guy who was a black guy who was in the military, martial arts specialist. He wrote a book on spirituality, but I don't understand that term that much, what being spiritual is, but I respect anyone who calls themselves spiritual. And I do not want to go off on a religious tangent, because the worst thing you could talk about is sex, religion, and politics. That's going to be a very argumentative show, a very long show. I don't even discuss that at work with clients. Yeah. Now, I used to podcast back in the day, and for some reason people think podcasting has changed, but podcasting has not changed. Podcasting, there is a technical standard for podcasting, and podcasting is a term that means something. It's not, like you can say, I listen to rap and I listen to hip hop, and people may kind of know what you mean because those terms are very vague. But podcasting is not vague. The word pod itself, podcasting is a compound word. The word pod itself means small, minor, brief, a small piece of something else. Peas in a string bean, it has pods in it. You know what I'm saying? So when you look up the term podcasting in the recording industry handbook, a podcast can never be streamed. I want a podcast right now to you guys, but I can't because I'm streaming to you. So I can only pretend to podcast to you. Or just because I know you don't know what podcasting means, I can just call my show a podcast and nobody would question it. But if you hear or see a podcast on a streaming service like YouTube, it's a copy of a podcast that's been converted for streaming. But those types of things do not concern the audience, and they do not concern the consumer. But if you want to be a serious, person who record things and get involved in the recording industry, terms have meanings, and they're very, very important. And when you talk to someone who's serious about these things, you will confuse them if you don't use the terms correctly. You see what I'm saying? So I do have a podcast on standby that I made that I'm going to play tonight in the background at some point. And I'm still with the same podcast company, but I haven't done a podcast with them in 4 years. I still have my account. I have 6 years of podcasting under my belt and 2 years of internet radio under my belt. And now that I've become a multimedia artist, this YouTube live thing has become my new pet peeve, my new modus operandi. It's got me so captivated that I've stopped working on any new projects right now just so I can do this. But I do want to eventually put out the most futuristic Negro album ever heard on Earth. And trust me, it will not sound like retro futuristic. It won't have bleeps and blurps and computer voices. It would be something that when you hear it and I say this was all computer generated, you go, oh wow, really? It sounds so organic. But like I said, welcome all. Welcome Evelyn. Welcome God Bless, and anybody's in the background that wants to protect their identity and they just want to listen. They don't want to chit chat. They don't want people to take their wrench because they're being seen in my chat. But I do have some gossip. I'm not going to show the receipts though. I'm going to do what some of these other YouTubers we know like to do. I have proof and evidence of this gossip I'm about to speak upon, but I'm going to show that person how it feels when you say, but I'm not going to show it to you. And I don't have to. But I have absolute proof that one of our well-known well-known YouTubers that's new to the sector has not been that honest about their employment status. That's right. One of my ninjas has gave me a receipt. But these people do it to themselves. They put their own evidence out there. Anybody can take a screenshot. What you need to understand is people pay attention more than you think. You see what I'm saying? Now, why my chat room is not on the screen? Let me go into the technical fold. And let me copy and paste the chat one more time. But my chat should have been on the screen. It looks better that way. Right now it looks like a white monolith. And that's not the effect that I was going for. And I'm used to doing like radio or podcasting without an audience. So if I do a show and there's no one in the chat room, I can still carry on because I'm used to not having. See, I'm used to not having a chat room. So it doesn't make me none. It doesn't affect my performance. I still will perform as if I have an audience because I know people may watch the playback. Plus, if you really into YouTube or you really into the sector, you probably been watching YouTube for like 6 hours already, and then here come Lordship. Oh man, I ain't got the time. Lordship finna come with one of his shows, and he gonna go on for another hour. Well, it's totally understandable. I already took that in. I took that in consideration. That's why I didn't go live while my diva was live. I waited till the exact moment she signed off, and then I came into the fold. Let me read the chat. Yeah, I don't know what house I'm in. I used to do horoscopes. I used the book called The Last Book You Ever Need on Astrology. It's the same book that Elena's father had bought her. The same book that Elena's father or Velvet's father had bought her. It's called The Last Book You Ever Need on Astrology. When I used to do people horoscopes, I used to do it in calligraphy. I used to draw the pie chart and all that stuff. And I used to do at least 5 pages of information, handwritten in calligraphy with the pie chart and everything, and the houses and everything. But for some reason, I would only do 85 to 95% of the horoscope. I refused to do the full horoscope because it was just too much. It was too revealing. Even my own horoscope, I would only do 90% because it was just stuff I didn't want to hear or know, and it was just too much energy there. But I am a Taurus, Virgo. For me, only the first 3 signs is the most important, and other people can disagree. But My sun is Taurus, my rising is Virgo, and my moon is Virgo. My sun and moon, Taurus, Virgo. And my sun is Taurus, moon is Virgo, rising is Virgo. But also the Western horoscope is not really nothing to raise an eyebrow at, because there's actually 13 zodiac signs, and it's a shame that if you live by the equator, if you live within the tropics, you can see a zodiac sign that we cannot see. See, since I'm in the States, I can rock with the 12 signs. I can rock with that. But if you call yourself the chief and the master and the Messiah, and you live directly under the 13th zodiac sign, I have to question your knowledge. Because right underneath the Panama City, well, right above Panama City, is Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the 13th zodiac sign, the largest zodiac sign, recognized by the world, but not the Western culture, a country that has a solar calendar. Ophiuchus' Kemet name is Imhotep. It's a black man with a snake going around his back through his arms. So if you call yourself the Messiah and the chief, and you don't even know that a black man hovers in the sky above you at night, I'm going to have to question your leadership. And if you hate Babylon so much, why do you go by Babylon astronomy? I have to question that. What's up, Laura Lee? I know, Evelyn. I know. I just wanted to go off on that diatribe. I totally understand. What's up, Ann? Peace and hair grease. Yes, I speak on such things. It doesn't mean that I believe in it. I just like to have a knowledge of it. But if I did believe in astrology, it has nothing to do with the literary sense of astrology. It's just another way to interpret frequencies, because each heavenly body in the sky produces a frequency that does have an effect on the whole. You see what I'm saying? And only the planets in the inner solar system moves during our lifetime. So the planets on the outer part of our solar system doesn't move in our lifetime. So those have a permanent influence on us. And this is separate from any kind of religious religious tone. But frequency crosses everything. Musical notes, vibration, frequency is multi-level. But we don't want to get into, religion, sex, or politics. Yes. Because even the frequency of your name can have an effect on you. So be careful what you name someone. You see what I'm saying? One of my artist names is Ed DP. It's spelled with 9 letters. And some people think that's funny, the way I spell it. And it's funny that I would name myself that. But they don't know that my name has musical notes in it. See, they're not on the frequency, so they don't peep game. You see what I'm saying? Certain things that you say in ceremonies, certain people name that you utter in ceremonies, you're really not saying a name. You're saying a frequency, but it sounds like a name, and it's easy for you to ingest that as a name, so you won't lose your sanity because you have to trip off all the other things about the universe. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Danielle? What's up, Ann? Let me back off this mic too. I sound like I'm finna like add some salt and pepper on this mic and some barbecue sauce. Let me back off this mic a little bit. I haven't been able to plug up my regular mic, and that mic has a bigger sound, like more of a big commercial radio BBC sound, but it's all good. This mic is cool too. Indeed, Anne. And you also correct Danielle. There's the YouTube streets has been busy, and I actually went live at a really good time earlier, but I had got called away, and I was gone so long on my show. I said be right back. I was gone so long. I just canceled it and put it on private. I was embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, that ain't right. That's why when I started this live, I went right into talking. Just went right in to chopping up game. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that the artwork of the zodiac signs was a nice effect, you know, and that, you know, carbonation in them like to talk about zodiac signs so much, but like I said, America is the only one that doesn't recognize the 13th sign by his Greek name is Ophiuchus, and by its Egyptian Kemet name it's Imhotep, and it's a black man with a snake going through his arms. Matter of fact, visually it's the biggest zodiac sign, and actually it's one of the only signs that you can actually say is a black man in the sky, and you only can see it around the equator. You can't see it from America because we're too far up north, but we have somebody who calls themselves the Messiah, the Master in Chief, and he doesn't look up in the sky. He doesn't even know about the 13th sign. He follows Babylon astrology. You see what I'm saying? Now I can agree with that, and I also can agree with that, Evelyn. You see what I'm saying? And it's all very interesting. So I do have some information about somebody. Somebody may possibly be a Uber driver. Someone who claims to be a victim, lost a job, all this stuff. But this whole time, they were driving for Uber. Ooh wee. I am the Lord. The Lord of Receipts. The Prince of Trolls. Uh-oh. I'm just saying, I have evidence of someone possibly being an Uber driver, and that's why they have such a nice car, because they probably made a deal with Uber to get the car, and they have to pay a very high car note. See what I'm saying? And they have to drive all the time. But I wonder, what time do they drive? They be live so much and be live all the time. Like, what time? When do you have time to drive Uber? But I see the Uber app, the driver app on somebody's phone that we all know. Well, I'm not worried about the new the new YouTube thing, because all of my shows will be marked not for children by default. So I'm not worried about that. But you just got to make sure that you leave it like that. And make sure, if you do say, like, you just got to make sure you don't have things that kids will be interested in on your show. So, and that's very vague, but it is a money grab. I wouldn't worry about losing my channels. What I'll be worried about is the fines, the FTC fines. It's just like just like if you played the Revolution would not be televised. If you play that on your radio show, your terrestrial radio show, you could be fined over $3,000. And if you have something on your show that a kid might be interested in and it's not marked not for kids, you could be fined the same amount, probably $3,200 or more. I'm thinking $32,000, but I can't believe that. I think it's around $3,200 per violation. So if you got 3 shows that's violating, then you're gonna have to pay separately for each one. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. As far as like the bullying or using people's image or name, or the other stuff, I'm not really tripping on. I'm tripping on that money grab. The FTC will moderate what goes on YouTube. But also, check this out. There are over 200 million copyright violations on YouTube, and there's not one lawsuit yet. But the FTC is another body, and their full intention is to get some money. So if you're using anything that'll be appealing to kids and you don't market for kids, you might get a warning or you might get a fine. That's what I'm more concerned about. Yeah. What makes me nervous is that they are so vague about what could possibly be things that kids would like. It's got to be an extreme stereotype of what kids may or may not like. And I feel you on that. A thief, a murderer, and a liar is much more dangerous than a murderer. You know what I'm saying? I can feel that. I can understand that sentiment. No, she was just saying in general that that no, she was just speaking in general. But like I said, I got a receipt from one of my ninjas that somebody we all know talking all that mess is a Uber driver, and they have the Uber Drive, not the Uber customer, not the rider app. They have the Uber driver app on their phone. And don't have me download it and show it to you guys, because I will. Don't make me do it, because that person never have to show their evidence. Why should I have to show my evidence? I have the screenshot directly from their phone. Okay, you twisted my arm now. I totally understand that the the creator on creator harassment, but I don't think it's gonna be like about what the black people do to each other. It's gonna be the other people, the bigger people, the people that make 10,000 every time they go live. They make $2,000, make a 50,000, 100,000, 12 million a year. A lot of us goes under the radar. I don't think it's gonna get that far, and that's a big undertaking. Like I said, there's 200 million copyright violations that haven't been touched. The best thing you could do is block it, but nobody's being sued though. I think even I can live with the content versus content creator, whatever. I'm worried about those financial fines. Those cyber traffic tickets. You know what I'm saying? Now, who believes in her? At this point, remember, she said, "I'm smarter than you. I'm a Gemini." She also said that Geminis are the best liars too. I'm not an Uber driver, but there's a whole video of a lawyer who got pulled over while being a Uber driver. Oh, you'd be surprised who drives Uber. Now, I dibbled and dabbled in it myself. I'm not judging, but there's retired people who own Teslas that drive Uber. Imagine getting in the back of a Tesla Uber. Out here we got some really bougie Uber cars. You'd be surprised. All right, and I'll see you when you get back. Yeah, Jeffree Stars, etc. That's what I'm talking about. They don't care what we do to each other, really. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't handling black on black crime in the street, what makes you think they're gonna handle black and black bullying on YouTube? It's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just people want some extra pocket change. You know what I'm saying? They want some extra pocket change. Them cell phone bills and stuff be high. So I'm going to exit out of the chat room and to try to spot this receipt. I'm gonna have to pull it down and upload it to Dropbox. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave Las Vegas. we're gonna leave Las Vegas and we're gonna go into Frisco. Now we in Frisco. All right. Put you in Frisco while I try to upload these receipts. Okay. Uh-oh. Everything just frozen. What's going on? Yeah. Let's see. Let me it only take a second. I gotta download this from my Ninja, upload it to Dropbox. It should only take a couple of seconds, alright? Enjoy the slideshow. Okay, that receipt is uploading. Just waiting for it to upload on all my devices that's connected to Dropbox. Please hold. I uploaded it, but I can't find it. It's still uploading to my computer. So I'm looking. It's still uploading. Should be any moment. Yeah, it's uploading. I have no patience. What's up? Uncle Black in the building. I was trying to upload this receipt. And my device is buffering, but it doesn't say my broadcast is buffering. But it's all etc. You know what I'm saying? But right on, Uncle Black. Okay. Now, and I feel you, Evelyn Underwood. And what's up, Observer? You know what I'm saying? Just keeping everything copacetic. And Jen JT in the building. Okay? Now, let me attempt to load this document. Loading up Exhibit A. Oh, there we go. There we go. Wow. Okay, this is a screenshot from somebody's phone that we know that's in the sector. Okay. So, here we go. You know, we can do this because other people don't corroborate evidence. They don't get second and third collaborations. They just, as soon as they receive some negative information, they go forward with it because all it is gossip. And you know what's really funny? We really have hard evidence on certain people, like undeniable evidence that they produce themselves, right? But then when it comes to other people, they just want to spread gossip, rumors, hearsay. But here we go. Here we go. Exhibit A. Oh, really? Black. I'm gonna have to check it out. I got the link and everything, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. Yeah. I can't wait to check it out. And make sure you check out Uncle Black's new channel and everything. And it's always cool when he comes through. You know what I'm saying? So this is Exhibit A. Do I need to zoom in? Who is this person right here? So, who is that person in the top corner right there? All right, Evelyn. But I always appreciate your support and everything. All right, it's all gravy. Now we're gonna move this. We're gonna slide over so we can see the other apps. Okay. Now, this is what I call a receipt. A lot of people don't know what receipts really are. This is not only a receipt, this is a dossier of, of evidence. You see that? Those are very important apps right there together. Instagram, YouTube Studio, Uber Drive. And that's her new little app right there, where the computer talks and says what the chat room says to her, and she regret using that app because now people just say crazy things just so the computer can say it. Yes, it's always a pleasure, Evelyn. Always a pleasure. Now, there go the VU recorder that she likes to use. It's not working anymore. So she kind of, it ain't working because, you only can use it for free for so long. You know what I'm saying? You only can use it for free for so long. But this is the LaTanya Jones screenshot. This is her screen on her cell phone. On her cell phone. I got this from one of my ninjas. I cannot say who. Now, I thought my mic was muted when I was blowing my nose, and obviously it wasn't. But hey, it is what it is. I do have allergies. Moving right along.
You are listening to Black Chronic Stereo. You are listening to Black Chronic Stereo Deluxe Podcast.
Yeah, because this is not a dog pile. This is not the beat up on LJ show. I went live and I assured that person that it wasn't about that. It's only about analyzing what's been said. One person might say the sky is up, and the other person might say the sky is down. The person might say, that the North Pole is really south and the South Pole is really north. I mean, who's to say what's up or down? I mean, we like to think we're superior, so we are taught that the United States is above the equator. But we could easily be below the equator, and what we think is up as a planet is really down. But then how would we feel if we were below the equator? I mean, equator. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a pretty powerful experience because it's rare in our lives.
But I know one thing that LJ co-signed was absolutely incorrect. And this guy in Nature Boy was arguing about why the sky was blue. The sky, he said the sky was blue because of the ocean. And LJ said, yeah, it is blue because of the ocean, you dummy. And Nature Boy kept saying, no, it's the color spectrum. The sky blue is because the atmosphere and the color spectrum. And he was like, no, the sky is blue because of the ocean. And LJ said, it is blue because of the ocean, you big dummy. Everybody is like, no. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I do these shows, as a teaching moment, to spread awareness and to educate. You know what I'm saying? And right now, one of my old podcasts are playing in the background, and you know, I'm gonna stop playing tracks that might be copyright violation. I'm gonna stick to my own stuff. This whole show, you've been hearing my own stuff, and this is an old podcast that's in the background right now.
When I was a little girl, I thought music would sound different. But guess what? I was right.
But yes, I bringeth the receipts, I bringeth the documents, and I layeth it upon the table. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people need to know the truth and the real. And that's a quote from another famous YouTuber. Someone that's a public figure now. Somebody that's actually someone that's only about 200 subs from going to 1,000. That's amazing how you could lie your way to the top twice. You could just use somebody's name in your title over and over and over and over and get another 1,000 subs on your backup channel. I really gotta try that. But I know there's a price to pay for everything. You use somebody else's name in your title, you will always have to use their name, and then you'll be known for the person who always used that person's name in your title. But I guess that's the nature of these YouTube streets. You know, you gotta get in where you fit in. You gotta muscle your way in. You know, these other countries, they didn't get nuclear weapons because they asked everybody's permission. These superpowers tried their best to stop these small companies from getting nuclear power, and then once they got the nuclear weapons, you know, they had to respect them, and they had to renegotiate the nature of their relationships. You have to bogart your way in. So yeah, you come in with your foot on somebody's neck, somebody popular in the sector, and then you try to get away from that and have your own identity. But usually that's the hardest thing to do. You come in, you spread these lies about people, these rumors and stuff, and then You gotta make people forget that you was the shit starter, the rumor spreader, like your boy Suicide. You know what I'm saying? We have not forgot that we have not forgot that Suey used to be on Ashe's neck. Suey used to say some nasty things about Ashe. You know what I'm saying? Let me check my archive. As a matter of fact, let me check my archive. I bet you I can find something very, very interesting indeed. And so I can't see the chat room right now, but I am searching the archive again for more receipts, as they call it. So let's see here. Found the receipt. Yes. So let me see something so I can still see the chat. Boom, boom. Well, that's interesting too. Can't see the chat there. Well, I won't be able to see the chat for a second. But I do have these receipts to show you. So, hold on one second. So yeah, check this out. Fading the music down a little bit. Taking the mute button off. I'll just play a little bit of this. Alright, let me switch to the speaker. Alright, check this out.
Why she won't call out young Pharaoh and it's not working at all. It's stupid. It's dumb. I think she made that video to respond to my video because she was talking about, I block people because of X, Y, and Z. I know why you black people. I was one of them ones. All right? Come on, I say, you ain't got to lie. Why you lying? Why you lying? Why? Huh? You want to protect young Pharaoh so bad? You lying now? You black people, don't try to say you black people only who bring drama to your page. That's a lie. That's a total lie. You was blocking hella people just because they didn't agree with your information. Come on, you lying. I say, what's wrong with you? Huh? See, I guess you didn't think there was some people who knew your ass way back then. God damn it. Yeah, she pretty and everything, but goddamn, she lying. Okay? Your reasoning for not calling out young Pharaoh is stupid. Basically, she's saying this, man. What's going on with these people? What's popping, boredom? You know the vibes. Get that money, you heard? So now she's trying to say, she needs to just quit it, yo. She's not going to win this. She's not going to win. Like, she's not going to win this at all. She's trying her hardest. I don't care. He's my little brother, man. He's my little brother. And he ain't do nothing to me. Everybody else exposing him. Why can't expose him? So what you need me for? I'm going to kick your butt with the same stuff I said last time. Okay? Why are you over there? Why did you go to young Pharaoh to help him expose Nature Boy? Why? I say, every time you say that, I'm going to bring why you went to young Pharaoh to help you. If you already did it, okay? If you already exposed him, why you helping young Pharaoh do it? Why? Huh? You see how we can turn that back on you? I say, Divine, you're not making no sense. And you know you're not making no sense. That's why you're getting upset and you're cussing in the video. Why you cussing for, baby? Because you're lying. You know Young Pharaohs is scamming and you seen it. But since he helped you attack Nature Boy, y'all got a little bond now. And now you gonna act like you ain't see. Just like a lot of you black women out here who see these other black men scamming and doing wrong. Cause y'all, they helped you attack somebody else. Y'all turn a blind eye like, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Come on, I say, what you talking about, baby? Come on, man. Huh? Your reasoning for not calling out Young Pharaoh is stupid and you know it's dumb. Huh? Why don't you just leave Nature Boy alone then? Well, anybody who attack Nature Boy, you should go on their page and say, no, leave him alone because I already did that. Would you do that? Nah, you ain't gonna do that, Ashe. You ain't gonna do that. You was riding along with Young Pharaoh, sending them stuff, getting on the phone call with him. What are you talking about?
Wow. And that's only 3 minutes and 41 seconds. I still have another 10 minutes worth of audio, but I'm going to leave it right there for now. I'm going to hang that right there for now. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Patty Paradox? And what's up, Daniela? You know what I'm saying? This is EPS1. This is EPS1. This is EPS1. Wow. I had to let that marinate for a minute. I got another 10 minutes worth of audio. This dude is going in on Ashe. I thought that was, you know what I'm saying? She defended him. I thought, you know what I'm saying, that he had her back. But he didn't always have her back. You see what I'm saying? These guys out here pretending to defend women and stand up for women's honor. And then you catch them because they forget videos that they made in the past. And that receipt came from another ninja. And if any of my ninjas are in the audience right now, I'd like to thank my ninjas for the receipts I've just shown not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Now, the new Mrs. Taylor in the building, Patty Paradox in the building, Observing Stuff in the building, Danielle is in the building. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that's chilling. Yeah, it's like, you know, operating this stuff is like flying a plane. One of my old podcasts are playing in the background. Is somebody leaving? You alright? I hope nobody's leaving. I hope that everybody's having a good time. Queen in the building. The queen has entered the doors. But yeah, I hope everybody's comfortable. Make sure everybody has, accommodations for comfort. This is a place where people can speak freely, speak easy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to tread lightly. You are amongst other intellectuals, and we have the ability to call a spade, but we also have the ability to reflect and be objective. Also, this was the Civic Center for Deep Thought, and it still is. I want to play some more of the suicide receipts, but I can't do that. Yeah, it is a little sophisticated, but I can't play the receipts and look at the chat at the same time. So, excuse me for a moment while I play some more of the suicide receipt.
Boy, you just fell back and let everybody else do it. No, you in there helping. You helping. You was helping him. You didn't have to go on Young Pharaoh and help him. You could just let Young Pharaoh do what he do. He's like, oh, okay. All right, Young Pharaoh, I'm riding with you. I already did it, though. Do your thing. You was right over there with him on the phone, sending him stuff, everything. Come on, I say what you talking about. Huh? You know Young Pharaoh's lying. You know he lying and he been stealing from black people. Why you don't care about it, I say? Huh? He ain't do nothing to me. Don't matter if he do nothing to you. Nature Boy really didn't do that much to you. When she explained in her video that Nature Boy disrespected me so much. Huh? Huh? What's up, collecting notes? What's poppin'? What'd you say? What's he? Hold on, my bad. Nature Boy said hold on, let me go up. What's poppin', baby? This after Young Pharaoh needs to clean this shit up if it ain't true. Nigga was telling people to make him a receipt book. Yeah, I seen that on Instagram. He think he all that now. Yeah, y'all make me a receipt book. But he flagging people videos. They got Ashe Devon and Young Pharaoh video got the YouTube guideline little strike on it. They sent me to it today. Leave us alone. Nah, don't strike our videos. Leave us alone then. Won't you and Young Pharaoh and y'all little clan let us do our videos and leave us alone? How come y'all get to bother Nature Boy? Huh? How come y'all get to bother Nature Boy and Polite and all that, but we can't bother y'all? Y'all want to flag our videos and shit.
Wow. That sounds like he's defending Nature Boy and Polite, but dissing Ashe. Very interesting. I'm just bringing the news. I'm just bringing awareness. I'm just using this as a teaching moment to always say, be careful what you say in the past. It may come haunt you. It may come back to haunt you in the future. That's all I got to say. I hate saying the word receipts too. You know, I had to pause for a minute so I could read the chat room because when I play the audio from the video, I can't see the chat room. So after I played the audio, I had to pause for a minute and read the chat room. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could play back that audio from the beginning. I think Observer made a request. For those of you who didn't see the receipt that LJ might be an Uber driver, here's that receipt. Right there at the top left corner is the Uber driver app next to the Instagram and the YouTube studio, and then the app she was using today to go live, the SG Ether Studio. This is the proof and the evidence and the real that there's a possibility that she's an Uber driver, and possible that the car that she drives even comes from Uber, and she's just leasing the car from Uber. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go back to our other zone. Now, Observer, if you need me to rewind that receipt, there's still some time left in that receipt, that what I was playing. There's still at least 9 minutes left in that audio. So we could go back, but I'd rather go forward. You see what I'm saying? But, it's up to you. It's up to you. You let me know. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just interesting. You funny, Queen Sheba. You crazy. That is funny. So yeah, I don't know. The chat is moving fast. It's like I'm trying to read a text and drive at the same time. Reading the chat. Yeah, I used to like watching his shows too. I was introduced to Suicide's work through Uncle Black, and I thought he was entertaining and very talented. But when he blocked me from his channel under a different name, I was highly offended because he did it out of reflex. He really didn't have no reason to do it. And then, I guess he didn't realize that no matter what my name was, the channel has videos. I'm still a content creator. Just because you're gonna block my account just because you don't like the name because it's similar to a friend of yours. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I swear this mic be on. I can't say, but this mic be just too close for comfort. You know what I'm saying? So let's play some more of this audio.
Yeah, young Pharaoh cannot clean up the SOS. It's a wrap. He stole it. He can't clean up the daycare. He stole the money. He can't clean it up. He can't clean up the legal aid. He can't clean it up. He stole $15,000. He can't clean it up. Everything has been proven. She know that. So this is what I say Devon go now. This is what she says now. If y'all exposed everything, then why y'all need me for? That's what she said. If y'all exposed everything, why y'all need me? Y'all don't need me. Why did you need young Pharaoh? You should. Why did you go to young Pharaoh? See how every time she says something, you can flip it right back on her. Why did you go to young Pharaoh? If you already did it, then why did you go to young Pharaoh for help? You should have stayed out of the way. Huh? Huh? Okay then, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, I say. You're busted, baby. Okay, you've been blocking people for a while just because they don't agree with you. Not because they bring drama. You block people because they don't agree with you. Go look how young Pharaoh act. Go look how he act. He do the same thing. He started getting upset, cussing people out because people don't want to agree with him. Come on. Y'all the same. Y'all got the same energy. What are you talking about? You just mad because people can peep that your ass is all your ass is doing is overlooking his scamming ass because he helped you with against Nature Boy. That's just go on your channel and tell the truth, I say.
Wow. You see what I'm saying? Maybe y'all don't know this side of him. Maybe you never heard him speak like this. I don't know. But it's from a video that's out there. It's not on private. It's out there in the universe. Okay? And that's still not the whole thing. There's still another 7 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? But dude is a hypocrite. I mean, like I said, he blocked me. I was in the chat room chatting, making people laugh, participating, being involved. He was responding to me, and then somebody said, "Hey, Sui, his name is disrespectful to world news. He's trying to make fun of world news. You should block him." And then he blocked me, and my name was not disrespectful to world news. And me and World News do not have a beef. And that channel is dedicated to showing extreme levels of hatred. And it's called Haters World. You know what I'm saying? And it's spelled WURLD, Haters World. And when you watch the videos on there, the videos actually go with the name of the channel. It's crazy. It's extreme YouTube situations. Very short clips. Same kind of theme like his Lordship, except it's not about Latanya. But there is a video where Latanya do give a death threat again. And she said this death threat before. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not play the rest of that video. What I'm going to do, if you guys want to see the rest of that video, I probably will drop the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Out of courtesy for the channel, because I am using that channel's content. If y'all want to hear the rest of that video, here's the link for that. But I am going to move over to the Latanya video that's on my Haters World channel. Okay? And let me see what's going on here. Yes, Haters World. You got to hear this threat coming from your girl. You got to hear this. Okay? And like I said, it's hard for me to see the chat and pull up these videos at the same time, so bear with me. Now check this out. Oh, wait a minute. I even have to switch from the Bluetooth earpiece back to the here we go.
Gives you another side of the story as we go into the world of the haters.
Let's clarify this for everybody. You come near me, I will kill you. Straight like that. It ain't no talking for me. It's either you or me. So please be careful what you say to me. Because I am one of these people, when I come to your face, be prepared, I will kill you. It's straight like that. Because while you're talking, I will slit your throat just that fast. You won't even know what hit you. That's how lethal I am with it. Because I'll pull a knife on your... As soon as you start talking, a knife will be to your throat. I know every pressure point to kill you. So believe me. I want to clarify that for you. I don't fight, I kill. Straight like that.
She don't fight, she kills. Straight like that. Let us meditate on that. Well, like I said, you heard it. That sounds like a different person. It doesn't sound like that sweet, innocent victim. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Oh, cool. Right on. I just got a notification I've been waiting on. Now I know Ted is a God. And shout out to that person who know who they are. God bless. Yeah, well, it is what it is, observer. I dibble and dabble in certain industries. But can you believe this is not your little sweet, people be thinking people are sweet and innocent, and you don't know that they put on an act when they go online. They put on the act. You don't know the real person you're dealing with. I know another Gemini who's like the modeled parent. They went back to school, but back in the day they used to rob dudes. Like, they used to pretend like they're on a date and they would jack the dudes. But are they that same person today? No. Are they capable of going back to those times? Probably. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's so much competition on these YouTube streets. I be sitting back waiting for the right time to go live, and then people be going live, and I'd be like, damn, I was just finna go live. But for a minute, I was picking the right times, but now people be having the same bright idea. Now, I have a Instagram app on my second screen that's open because my computer, not only it takes PC applications, but it also take Android apps too. And I might have another receipt, but it always freezes. I have to keep tapping the screen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I brought bitrate down. I'm gonna try to bring it down some more and see what happens. There's a lot going on. So what I'm gonna do is stop some of the theatrics. You know, cut back on some of the theatrics. But what's freezing is not the show, it's the Instagram app keeps freezing. So first let me go back into the settings. And thank you for your patience. Yeah, it's 12:04 for me. And it's actually I've been called to duty, and so I'm going to have to serve my country very soon tonight. That's code speak for married people. So I'm bringing the bitrate down just a little bit more. All right, now, yeah, we black. So let's see. Let me turn on the display capture. Let me turn on the audio. Let me see here. Let me see. Checking this out. Going through my files. We almost there. You know, this is why I don't like switching computers. Like, I still use my old computer even though I got another laptop, because I know where everything is at. You know what I'm saying? It takes me a while to merge over to a new system. And yeah. There's a tower called Coit Tower. It's in the area called Telegraph Hill. It's a tribute to the firemen that fought in the 1908 earthquake. So I'm gonna, for this next selection, this next set of receipts here, I'm gonna play that track called Telegraph Hill in the background. But I'm only gonna play a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna shut it down, because this part keeps freezing. But he, you know, some of these things that he said were correct. You know, like, this dude has been picked on, and this time I must say that he has a strong argument on his behalf this time. So let's see what we can do here. See if we can get this to work. See, I can't get it to play. I'm trying to get it to play, it won't play. Maybe if I shrink it, see if that'll work. So that's not working. So what I'm going to do is try to refresh the whole thing and see what I could do about that. I'm going to try to refresh the whole thing, and hopefully that'll work. Okay. So one moment, please. And this will be like the yeah. Yeah, maybe we let me see if I can get this right and we can wrap it up with this, okay? What I'll do is put that other document up there for now, just as wallpaper. This is LJ's screen capture, and this document is just up there for now, just wallpaper purposes. All right, and then I'm gonna try to get this Instagram to work on this PC, because that's where we're playing it from. I'm using two screens. I'm using my laptop screen and another 55-inch screen right above that. All right. All right. One moment, please. So we're just waiting for Instagram to load up, and it's taking its sweet time, and I got the patience of, I don't even know. I don't have no patience. I can't even make a comparison. I got the patience of a 2-year-old waiting on the amusement park ride. Okay. But yeah, I thought that Velvet was a host or a carrier for a couple of STDs, and it would be a trip that they publicly speak about their relationship, and that Olmec would, it would be rumored that Olmec slid up in it, and then she returns back to Chief, and then they rumored that she possibly could be carrying, with child, which I doubt. I mean, all these rumors, man. I mean, no wonder this dude is mad. That's why I kind of feel his anger on this redemption speech. I've done a video before where it was called Nature Boy Redemption Speech. It probably got 500-600 views. And I'm not gonna say he's always wrong all the time. Sometimes he's right with his anger. Sometimes he has the right to be hostile because his little group has been persecuted. You know what I'm saying? All right, I think we have it.
This is fun. I'm out to right now. If I make my move. It's okay. I'm about to watch over that. I like to go walk. I like to wake right up. It's reality TV. It's reality. Alright, so this one's gonna be called Fun. This is fun. What kind of creepy person? What kind of creepy nigga? Around all day and try to find a way to affect else's life in negative. Outside the system. What the fuck? That's the nigga you hating on? I expect you don't see not one white person hating on me. Not one white cracker hating on me. You don't see not one white person hating on me. You don't see not one white person hating on me, my nigga. You ever noticed that? I ain't got one white hater, my nigga. One white troll at all. That should be a red flag right there, the fact that I don't got no white trolls. None. No white trolls, my nigga. None. None. Only black people hating me. That should be a red flag right there. Period. You hating on a nigga that's trying to establish himself outside the fucking colonizer system. This shit is crazy. It's crazy when you really look at this shit like, yo, what is Chief really doing? Like, what is he, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's look, sometimes we go so far in the details of stupid shit that we don't really look at the actual thing that he doing. Like, all right, cool. Like, he ain't doing nothing illegal. Nigga ain't robbing, stealing, killing, selling no coke to our people. He not really doing none of that shit, but y'all making it seem like this nigga's the ultimate criminal. Like, this nigga's not no criminal. This nigga's not doing nothing illegal. That's why when they locked him up, they let him go, because it was nothing. It was all facade. It was all facade. It was all shit made up. Putting clips and videos together. Clips. Nigga, if I was a real criminal, when they had me, the United States Marshals would have came and got my ass, nigga. They're not gonna just release you like that. If you got a warrant or you got anything as an open case or anything like that, they would have took me right there. But they didn't. I was exonerated and I'm free, nigga. Which should show you I ain't doing nothing illegal. By your colonizers' laws, I ain't broke not one of their laws. But you gonna make it. You gonna make it so I broke something. You gonna make it that I broke something just to play. Just because you can. You's a weak motherfucker. You a weak motherfucker and I wanna expose you, nigga. Cause there's real goons out there. There's real broken niggas out there that's fucking niggas' lives up. That's killing each other. Shooting each other alive. Like really killing each other, my nigga. Real criminals, my nigga. Like real shit going on in the world, my nigga. And you choose to hate on the nigga that's trying to change his life. I could be out here murdering, killing people. I ain't out here doing none of that. I ain't selling no drugs. I don't even smoke weed. I don't even eat.
Well, you know, I just needed some interesting quotes from him. You know, a lot of people believe in playing the whole content, like the whole rundown, the whole diatribe. And, you know, I'm not into promotions, you know, after a certain point, it just turns into promotions. But like I said, he had right now, at this point, he do, you know, have a right to vent and toot his own horn for a minute. And then we can get back to the drama and you know, you like you know, like I said, you know, whether he lying or telling the truth, at this point, what he been through, he deserved to let off some steam. You know what I'm saying? So I think I played enough of his audio to get his point across, and you could take it at that. I'm not here to defend him, and I'm not here to promote him, but everything about him is obvious. You would be a fool to not try to find you some kind of career or something. You think you're just gonna live on vacation forever? That's not gonna play. And you must practice safe sex. You must put a few nest eggs away. You must try to have your own nest. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it took all this drama for him to get to this point, for him to have some kind of understanding about life. I mean, some of us was lucky enough to have mentors and parents and grandparents to lead us along the way. But this guy gonna wait till he gets 38, 39, 40 to come to this conclusion. And at this speed, at this rate, he ain't gonna get right until he's 50 something. So I wish the young man luck. I'm still gonna report on him, and I'm still gonna advise people to go your own way. Stick to the old-fashioned belief systems, the old-fashioned tried and trusted belief systems, and try to you know, try to work that angle, okay? And I just want to say to y'all, thanks for showing up, showing out. Hit that like button on the way out. And I didn't get a chance to read the last parts of the chat because you know, there's a huge delay. There's like a 10-second delay. But thanks for hanging out with your boy. I've been going live quite often lately, and if you want to see something funny, I went live in the car a couple of shows back, and it was very, very, very lo-fi, but the visuals were cool because it was raining and stuff like that. So yeah, he is on a PR mission, and all these people are replaying this audio, and he's coming off like a saint. He's coming off like Marcus Garvey, and he's coming off like Malcolm X right now. I mean, he sounds like Jesse Jackson, all of them rolled into one. And replaying that audio to its fullest extent is only going to help him. And I'm not here to help him, but I do want to try to, find some understanding and counter some of the things that he say. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's cold, Observer. Is Roz in the building? Laura Lee Manning, Robert, Patty Paradox, Danielle still hanging in there, and the people in the background. It's been real. And I just want to say, we catch you next time. I know, Observer, you crazy though. Alright. Peace out, y'all. It was fun. What's up, Key? You're gonna have to catch that play, Black. But it's all good. There'll be many more, Key. There'll be many